Are you ready?
Ready.
All right, let's go. Kevin here, top 1 financial advisor and best-selling author. We are here to talk about the stock market. Buy low, sell high. Everybody says it, right? If you've been investing for more than 5 minutes, you have probably heard that phrase. And what it means is you have a good company in mind. It just happened to be, a few dollars off. You got it at a discount, and then you think it's going to rise in the future. The problem with that is not every company that's low is going to rebound, and not everything that's low is worth it. So today I want to take a look at Intel and show you just a few things within, I would say, 5 or 10 minutes that you can evaluate and see whether or not it makes sense to invest in. Now, the reason I'm choosing Intel, there are a few reasons. Number one, Intel has been in the news a lot since the CHIPS bill. Their CEO has been out there talking about how they're going to rebuild and come out here and challenge Nvidia, challenge AMD, and be America's biggest, best semiconductor company. That's what they want to do. And they've been, again, quite loud about it. They're building a new plant fabrication facility. I think it's in Ohio. Don't quote me on that. But this is, again, they've been front and center trying to push that CHIPS bill, trying to really reinvigorate itself. The other thing is, in a market like this where everything is down, Intel is down. And we know that the semiconductor market is, not doing all that great right now in 2022, but everything we have, everything we use runs on some type of chip. It can be made by Intel or Nvidia or AMD or some other chip maker. So we know that the market is going to rebound. That doesn't mean that Intel is going to rebound, but how do we know? Or how can we make an educated assumption about it? Because we can't tell the future, but we can look at some things and say, hey, this makes sense and this does not make sense. So I want to go ahead and kind of look at it. The other thing that brought Intel top of mind for me was this. They're releasing a chip that's going to come out on October 12th, and it's going to be about almost $400. This is a comparison, or in comparison rather, to an Nvidia chip that is $1,600. So this chip is 1/4 of the price. It's supposed to compete with something like Nvidia. And if you're like me and inflation is hitting your pockets and you're a business and inflation is also hitting your pockets, you're thinking, look, I might need to switch and save a whole lot of money by moving to Intel as opposed to Nvidia. So this is one of the reasons why we want to take a look at it. Now, here's what we know right now, just to set the table, give you some context. Intel is down about 47% so far this year, and I think what you may be looking at is the 6-month chart, but in either case, it ain't good, okay? Intel has not done well, but again, the entire chips market or the entire semiconductor sector has not done well either. But if I look here, I'm going to see if we can put this up on the screen real quick as well. This is Yahoo Finance. AMD is perhaps one of the better companies out there, as well as Nvidia. But if I look at the last 5 years, I mean, look at this. 402% gain for AMD compared to a -30 return. -30 over 5 years for Intel. Intel has been in, a little bit of trouble. If I just go here 6 months, it's not going to be good. Again, the entire market has not been great. And you can look here and see that... Oh, it kind of disappeared on us. All right, so last 6 months, AMD down 46%, the market down 18%, and Intel's down there. It's relatively in that same price range. You can see now I kind of updated, so it's -48%. Both aren't great. But again, buy low, sell high. Semiconductors are going to be around, so could this be a buying opportunity, yes or no? For me, this is what I would want to look at first. Before I go any further, before I start to guess and jump into a bunch of different investments, this is what I'm going to show you real quick. Everything you need to know for this type of question, one of the first questions you want to ask, how much money are you making? So let's go ahead and go to your income statement. You can find this in a bunch of different places. You can also get this at Yahoo Finance as well. But I like to go to Investor Relations, and this is at Intel's website. And you can scroll down, and this is going to tell us what we need to know, or what I need to know. And here we go. So net revenues, the money they're bringing in, this is, let me scroll up just a tad bit. So this is quarterly, and this is over the last 6 months. Okay, so 6 months from 2021, 2022, that ain't good. It is going down, okay? I can see here it is also going down. Not great. If I scroll down, and what I'm looking for right now is just how much money you're bringing in on the top, right, the top line, and then after you pay all your bills, are you profitable, yes or no? That's what I need to know. So if I'm looking down here and I go down to net income, Again, 6 months, you were at 8.4 billion, now it's down to 7. If I look at the last quarter, you were at 5 billion, and now you're negative. And the answer here, quickly, I think we're probably on the same page. The answer is no. Right, you are at one point profitable, and every single time that we are capturing this, so quarterly, last 6 months, annually, that revenue is starting to dip and continue to fall. If I look at the past 5 years, which is not the best indicator, but if you told me over the past 5 years you've been negative 30%, where the entire stock market is up 44, and one of your biggest competitors is up, what was it, 400%? Let me go back and look at that real quick. So I can just double check and make sure, because it's right in front of me. And your biggest competitor over the past 5 years has, you know, I can't even do that math, double or triple, you know, X times higher, 400. So 400% over 5 years, and you're down negative 30. That's unacceptable. And this is just super quick, high level overview of what you can decide, what is low and should probably be down there for a reason, and then what I might want to consider investing in. This is what a lot of people do not do, and this is, again, super quick, super simple. We did that whole analysis in less than, what, 5 minutes. Now, there's not all the things you want to do. That's not just, you know, invest, look at those 2 things and call it a day. Other things you may want to consider. Decide what other competitors are out there. See how it is doing compared to others. Is the company new? Is the company old? That does matter. And then see, like, what are they spending that money on? Maybe it's research and development. Maybe that's why. Maybe they're moving away from one area to another. Maybe that's why the revenue has changed. A bunch of things you want to start to look into, but this is probably going to save me some money, at least in the short term, by not investing in something that does not seem to be going in the right direction and has not seemed to go in the right direction, at least for the past 5 years. This type of stuff, like we talked about the other day, there's a gentleman that just invested in fintech and some other stuff and didn't work out. You probably didn't look at this stuff, and that's fine. You're new, right? That's why you're here. But these are some of the things that you do want to check out. I don't think at this point in time Intel is worth buying. Yes, there are some things that can help Intel down the line, but it sure isn't worth buying, especially if an AMD is out there, especially if an Nvidia is out there, and other companies that just tend to do a lot better and have been on the right track. Intel is just not one of those, even though they're in the news, even though the CEO is, I guess you could call him famous, because he's out there and he's really stumping for the company. I would like to believe in that dude, but nah, I can't get with that. So that's just my viewpoint on it. Let me know what you think about Intel, if there's another company you want me to cover. And yeah, this is the super basic research that you should do, or at least take a look at before you start to invest in anything, especially in a market like this. Apple is down, Microsoft is down, Intel is down. There's a difference, right? There's a big difference between Apple and Microsoft and Intel. So you want to make sure that you can separate those differences and make a better investing decision for the long term. If you want more research tips and things to help you decide what to invest in and what may be a good idea to invest in, make sure you check out the members only. I'm going to do a new video just dropping tomorrow about a stock screener that I like to use to help me kind of separate good companies from all of the rest and help me to kind of narrow down what stocks might make sense for me to invest in. All right, let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure you check out the members only. And that's it for me. I'll talk to you later.